Good morning, I'm Ekpense Mitchell Tomola. Today we are looking at angles. An angle is a point where two straight lines meet. For example, when you have a straight line and you have another straight line and they meet at a point, let me call the point A, you are having an angle. So if the end of this straight line is B, that means this line is line AB, and if the end of this one is C, that means this line is line AC. So at the point where they meet, an angle is formed. So this place is the angle. Now, this point where the two straight lines meet, we call it vertex. Vertex. So that is the vertex. So angle, apart from being a point where two straight lines meet, angle can also be defined as a turning. And angle is measured in degrees. Angle is measured in degrees. So today we are looking at the different type of angles that we have. We have what we call acute angle. Acute acute angle. And when we are talking about acute angles, these are angles that are between 0. Let's use theta to represent the angle. They are between 0 and 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So they are between 0 and 90 degrees. That is, we have angle like 1 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 89 degrees. As long as the angles are between 0 and 90 degrees, they are called acute angle. Then how do we represent it on using lines? So when you have an angle that is of this type, we call it acute. Then apart from acute angle, we have right angle. Right angle. Right angle is equal to 90 degrees. Then how do we represent it using line? If you have a straight line, vertical, and you have another horizontal line touching the vertical line, and they form what look like L, and you have a small box here. So this small box is representing 90. You don't need to write 90. The small box is already representing 90 degrees. So angle of this type is called right angle. They can turn it upside down. They can turn it upside down. They can turn, no matter how they turn it, once you have any angle that form L and you are having a small box here, that means it's a right angle. Apart from right angle, we have what you call obtuse. Obtuse angle. For obtuse, the angle is usually between 90 and 180. So we can say 90 degrees is less than theta, which represents the angle, and theta is less than 180 degrees. So now, can we have an example of such angles? We have 91 degrees, we have 108 degrees, we have 153 degrees, 179 degrees, even 179.9 degrees. As long as the angle is less than 180 but greater than 90, we call it obtuse. Then how do we represent it using lines? We have a straight line and another one that is more open compared to acute. The angle between the line here is obtuse. You can see it. So here the theta is an obtuse angle because it's greater than 90 but less than 180. So that's for obtuse angle. We are looking at another type of angle, and that is a straight angle. Although some textbook will call it straight line, straight angle, or you can call it straight line angle. Then straight line angle or straight angle is usually equal to 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Then how do we represent it? You draw a straight line, then any angle on this straight line is 180 degrees. Apart from straight angle, we also have what we call reflex. Reflex angle. Reflex angle, or let me pluralize it, angles, are angles that are greater than 180 but less than 360 degrees. So we can say a reflex angle is between 180 and 360. So how do we illustrate that? We say 180 is less than theta, but theta is less than 360. So the next thing is examples. Example of reflex angle, we have 181 degrees. We have 180.1 degrees, as long as greater than 180. Then we have 300 degrees, 270 degrees, 359 degrees. So these are examples of reflex angles. Then to represent it, when you have an acute angle, if you mark the inside, marking the inside will give us acute. But when you mark the back, we have reflex. So for example, if I have X here and I have Y here, so that means angle X here is acute. Then the angle Y is reflex. But if I have another line, and I have an angle here which is obtuse, then I have another one at the back. Angle A here is acute, while angle B here is reflex. So apart from these 5 angles that I've mentioned, we also have angle at a point. Angle at a point. Or let me say angles at a point. Sum of angles at a point is 360. So we can say angle at a point is 360 degrees. So in other words, if we have a straight line, we have another straight line, we have another straight line, we have another straight line. So we have an angle here, A, B, C, and D. So the 4 angles, A, B, C, D, they meet at a point. Their sum, A plus B plus C plus D, will be equal to 360 degrees. 360 degrees. Why? Because they meet at a point. So we have looked at the definition of angle as a point where 2 straight lines meet, or the amount of turning, and we say angle is measured in degrees. Then we look at types of angle. Under types of angle, we look at acute angle, which is angle between 0 and 90 degrees. And we have examples such as 1 degrees, 2 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 89 degrees. And you can see the diagram representing acute there. Then we also move to right angle, which is equal to 90 degrees. And we say it takes L shape, which can be turned anyhow. But that small box is representing 90. So you don't need to write 90 degrees after putting the small box. Now, from there, we move to obtuse angle. We say obtuse angle is angle between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. And we have angles such as 91 degrees, 108 degrees, 153 degrees, 179 degrees, 179.9 degrees. So these are examples of obtuse angle. So you can see the diagram there. Then after that, we move to straight angle or straight line angle, which is equal to 180 degrees. You can also see the diagram of that one. Reflex angle is usually between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. So we can see that a reflex angle is an angle greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. Example, we have 181 degrees, 180.1 degrees, 300 degrees, 270 degrees, 359 degrees, and so on. You can see an example there. Here, I say that when you have an angle, the one inside here is an arc, you can see that is less than 90 degrees, and the one at the back, that one is a reflex. So here x is arc, y is reflex, and here also the I want to take note, a here is not arc, is obtuse. YB is reflex. Then we look at angle at a point, which I said is equal to 360 degrees. Then the sum of angle at a point is 360 degrees. You can see that angle A, B, C, and D meet at a point, so their sum is 360 degrees. So we are going to stop here for today. Have a wonderful day.